Hello students and welcome to the online class of database. So today in this session I'll be discussing about the different DML and DTL commands to update the table fields and the contents of the table. So you can see that I am on the SQL screen here where I have created a table EMP and I have run the command select asterisk from EMP. So you can see there are 4 fields in the table. Now students, if I want to add a new field here in the table, as the 4 field is already created, so for adding a new field in the table we have the alter command, which is one of the DDL command. So I'll write here like this: alter table and then the name of the table, which is EMP, and then I will write add and the name of the field. Suppose I want to add salary, so I have written salary and the data type of the salary. So you can see that it is written here query OK. So when I run the command again select asterisk from EMP, you can see a salary field has been added here. However, the value in the salary field will be null because it is not updated yet and we have not set the value. So to update the value for each employee, you need to run the update command, which is one of the data manipulation command. So then I will write now to update the salary of the employee. So I will write update and then the table name, and then we have to write set salary equals to, suppose I want to set the salary for the employee name Ramesh. So I'll write here set salary is equal to whatever salary you want to give. So I'll write suppose 15,000, where the employee name is Ramesh. So I'll write e name is equal to Ramesh. Alright, so you can see it is written query OK, 1 row affected. Let us see that it is updated or not. So I'll run the select asterisk from employee command once more. So you can see the salary of Ramesh is updated. Same, you have to run the same command every time to update the salary. Alright, so suppose if I want to update the salary of the another employee, so I'll write here set salary is equal to suppose now 35,000, where e name is equal to, you can give any condition. I have given e name, so let us give another condition, e number, employee number is equal to 102. Alright, so you can see that it is again updated. If you will run the command, you will see that the salaries of Athar, who is the manager of the company, is updated. Again you can run the same command and I will update the salary of the deputy manager as 65,000 and the employee code is 103. Now again I'll update the salary of Prayag, who is the CEO. So I will write here 1,50,000, whose employee code is 104, and again I'll do same for the Arpita, who is the assistant manager. So I will give the salary her as 45,000 and here the employee code is 105. So now I'll run the command select asterisk from employee. You can see the salary of each employee is updated here in the salary column. So this is how you can add a new column, which is with the help of alter command, and you can update the salary or update the value of any column with the help of update command. You can update the value of the existing field as well. Suppose I want to change the name of Ramesh to Dr. Ramesh or Mr. Ramesh, so you can use the same update command. We will write update EMP set e name, the field name is equal to, suppose Ramesh name has changed to Ramesh Kumar, where e number, you can give any condition whatever you want. So you can see here that it is written query OK. So here update is the command for updating the value of the field, EMP is the table name, set is the keyword which is used to set the e name is the field, and then the value Ramesh Kumar, where e number is equal to 1. So it is saying query OK, 0 rows affected. Why? Because the employee number is incorrect here. So I'll write here e number is equal to 101. So you can see here query OK, 1 row effective. Now when I run the command select restrict from employee, you can see name of Ramesh has changed to Ramesh Kumar. So this is how the alter and update command works. Now suppose if I want to drop a particular column, I want to delete this company column here. So what I will do, for deleting the company column, you just need to run again the alter command, alter table emp, and then the drop command, drop, and then the column name. Simply you have to write it, and it is saying queried okay 5 rows affected. It means these 5 rows have been affected because it has been deleted. Let us see again, select asterisk from employee. So you can see the column company has been deleted here. So this is how you can delete the column also. Suppose I want to delete a particular row here, so for that we have a DML command delete. Suppose I want to delete this 103 employee because he has left the company. So I'll write here delete. This is one of the DML command, delete from table name, where condition can be anything. I am giving e number is equal to 103. Try to give the condition which is unique, because if there will be any other employee which is having the same name Dipanshu, his record will also be deleted if you will give the condition like e name equal to Dipanshu. So try to give the condition which is unique. So I have written here e number is equal to 103. Now query okay, 1 row affected. You can see here that Dipanshu has been deleted. The details of Dipanshu is being deleted from the table. Alright, now suppose I want to describe this table. See, after describing the table, I have not defined any primary key in the table, right? After creating of the table, if you want to assign a primary key to a particular field, you can do it also by using the alter command. So for that you have to write the same alter table emp. Anything which makes the changes in the design and structure of the table, that needs to be done with the help of DDL command, because this is the data description language command. Now alter table employee, I will write add primary key, and to the field name will be in the bracket. So now if I describe emp, then you will be able to see that primary key has been added to emp. You can see the difference here. Here there was no primary key, and here primary key has been added, right? So this is how you can add a constant also in the existing table which has already been created. Now suppose students, if you want to change the data type of a particular field, suppose I want to change the data type of a field which has been created before. For example, employee number is int, I want to change it to variable character. So that can also be done with the help of alter command only. So I'll write here, use the alter command, alter table employee, and then you have to use the modify keyword, modify, modify, and then modify e number to variable character. Okay, so you can see here it is written query okay 4 rows affected. Now let us see the description of the table has been changed or not. So you can see that here the e number was int, here it is changed to varchar. Now if I want, I can enter the employee number in variable character. Alright, so this is how the changes can be made. You can see the details here. Right now it is in integer form, and if you want to insert the values again here, you can give it in variable character, but further it will be changed to variable character only, because integer will not be allowed as you have changed the data type to variable character. Insert into emp values, and so you can see that I have entered here insert into emp values E106, because as I have given here varchar as the employee number, so it will be E106. Now you need to remember this, that the character and the number can be used or stored in a particular field if the data type of the field is variable character, but if the data type of the field is integer, you cannot store the character there. So let us now see here the value is inserted or not. You can see the employee code E106 is inserted in the Dipanshu field. So this is how you can make the changes to it. So this is how, students, you can add the records here. Now I want to show you one more clause. We were working with where clause. Now suppose if I want to see the details of the student who are getting the salary above 35,000. So what I will write, select e-name from EMP. EMP is the table name where salary is greater than 35,000. Alright, so you can see that Prayag, Arpita and Dipanshu are getting the salary 35,000, more than 35,000. Now suppose if I want to see that who is getting the lesser salary and who is getting the highest salary, so I want to sort the records in the table. So for sorting the records in the table, what we need to do, there is an order by clause which we will be using. This is order by clause which we will be using for sorting the records in the table. Now how to use this order by clause? Suppose if I want to see the detail name and post of this name and salary. Now I want to see the name and salary from EMP. So you will write select e-name salary from EMP, order by salary and then ASC, that is ascending order. Now let's press enter. You can see that the salary has been changed and it has been sorted in the ascending order because I have written ASC. By default also it sorts the records in ascending order. If you don't write ASC, even then it will sort in ascending order. Alright, but for descending you have to write DESC. Now suppose if I want to sort the records in descending order, so I'll write here DESC. Select employee name means show me the employee name and the salary from employee table. Order by, the salary should be ordered in descending order. So you can see that the salary has been now sorted in descending order. So this is how this order by clause works. Now students, all these commands you need to practice at home. Alter, update, drop, delete, order by clause. And now your chapter is finished. Problem, then contact me or text me. Till then, stay safe, stay happy. Thank you so much.